I do want to get to a point that you made, which leads into my next topic. You said you shouldn't have to reveal your identity to somebody that you're talking to until you decide to have, until you're intimate with them. Why do you feel that way? You don't think that's a bit misleading to that person?
I wouldn't say it's misleading. I'm just talking to you. If I don't, like me, I know if I'm going to have sex with you. So if I don't plan on having sex with you, I'm just going to talk to you, entertain you for fun. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's a catfish, though, ain't it?
No, you're not a catfish. You talking to me. That's not catfishing.
I think that is a bit of a...
It is, because a man is coming to you, you're gorgeous, he doesn't know, he's talking to you. You don't think that you should tell him, like, off the top, like, hey, this is what it is. Because he's showing interest in you because you're appearing to be a beautiful woman that he thinks is just a biological woman. So you don't think you should tell them that off the top?
No, not anymore. When I first started out, I used to tell them, like, off the rip. Like, straight before we even start a conversation, I would stop them, let them know. But
and
now...
what were their reactions?
I mean, look at me. They still talk to me.
I'm with her 95% of the time, and 95% of those men don't care. I believe it.
They still talk to me.
So if a man comes up and asks you, are you a fish, or are you answering that question truthfully, or...
It depends on how good they look.
So what does that mean?
If they look top notch, baby, I'm whatever you want me to be. But if I don't want them...
I'm trying to go to that. I'm so sorry.
But, boy, am I lying? That's really me. I'm serious. But like, if I know, am I going to talk to you?
Is there a law? I could be wrong, but if you have sex with somebody and they have an STD and they knowingly give you that STD, isn't there ramifications for that?
Yeah.
So don't you think there should be the same ramifications for if you lie about your gender? Like,
STD and a gender is two different things.
It's still a form of lying.
But how did you lie?
Huh?
But how did you lie?
You lied about your gender.
I didn't lie. I didn't tell you anything.
It's just like lying.
Yeah, you knew what it was.
You didn't ask.
I said if he asked you if you...
Like he doesn't know.
I'm gonna give you a scenario. So you thinking that... Do you think that men that talk to women and they don't know their age, should they be... You never asked. You never told me. Are they justified because they didn't ask or find out?
It depends.
Oh,
it depends. It don't depend in the court system. You're going to get locked up.
Definitely don't depend on that.
You think the judge going to be like, yo, did you ask? Oh, he didn't ask. Like, it's all good over there. Like, you know what I mean? So
even if you said you asked, it don't matter.
Having a simple conversation with somebody shouldn't warrant me to have to tell you my personal business just because we're having a conversation. If you choose to be intimate with me, then I feel like that's when the conversation should be had.
All right, so when I come to you and I ask you if you're this or that,
right?
I'm giving you the option to answer. You're not giving me the option to if I want to continue that conversation or not. Because based on your answer would be which route I take on that conversation sometimes. Because like I said, other times they don't care, whatever. But if I'm asking, and that's going to be the determination, and if I continue the conversation, that is misleading.
So
it's unfair to the man.
You taking away his option.
You feel like having a conversation with a doll per se. Let's see, hypothetically speaking, you were
right,
and you didn't know,
right.
And before she even gave you her number, she let me know. Whoa, hold on. This was a nice conversation, cute little kid.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm trans. How do you react?
I appreciate you telling me. Enjoy your day. I don't got to be disrespectful.
Yeah, same thing, yeah.
Okay.
Some niggas like to get raunchy.
So it's like, before we even got through that, what was wrong with the conversation? Why did I have to disclose that?
Well, we didn't have to have that conversation.
I didn't give you any, I didn't give you my number. You didn't give me yours.
I mean,
why do we have to,
It's no disrespect. It's just if I love women or I'm attracted to women, yes, a trans woman identifies as a woman, but I'm attracted to biological women. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing you can really say to me that convinced me anything different. And I feel like as a man or as a person, you should respect me enough to tell me that. I shouldn't have to play a guessing game. And not saying that you guys spoke on, the dangers of being a trans woman, right? is dangerous.
I didn't even get into that yet. I'm like,
no, you mentioned that like a little bit earlier. Somebody said that, and I'm not saying you guys should be at risk or at danger, or somebody should be putting their hands on you regardless. But you got to understand why some men are outraged when they find out if she feels like she would tell them once she wants to get intimate. Somebody may not tell them until after they got intimate. Mm-hmm. And how do you expect them as a man? How am I supposed to react? You know what I'm saying? Like finding out news like that, like boom.
Or it could be embarrassing for him. Like he genuinely didn't know, and there's people that might know, and they, probably shaming him maybe, or maybe he feels guilty about. I don't know, but I think
worried about the opinion of others is not my concern.
I think everybody worries about the opinions of others.
That's something internal though. That wouldn't be her issue.
It
would be. It wouldn't. It would, because that was information that he should have known up front. And people do care about what people think about them. And if I don't, why is that my problem that you do?
But
because you put them in that situation.
And I could prove that you do, because she chose to say only when I'm intimate is when I'm going to tell you what I am. So obviously she does care on what people think, because she chooses. She makes the choice when she's ready to tell the person, when she feels like they're comfortable, or she feels like they would understand, or maybe convince them that it's more of the setting for her to say that. Now, if she didn't care about what people say or think, she'll be saying that up front. Hey, I'm this, I'm that.
No, I don't care. You just don't need to know my business.
So
if we don't see each other long term, we not fucking. You don't need to know my business. Like, everybody doesn't need to know that you're a doll. If you don't look like a doll,
nobody, as soon as he meets you, hey, I identify as this. Yeah, but if you understand, you have discretion.
His intentions.
If you understand, like, y'all are talking in a way that is leading towards that, then yes, if he's asking for your number, why not just be like, okay, that's fine. I just want to let you know I identify, or whatever the case is, I am this, or whatever. This is the courtesy. Let him make that decision. Ultimately, I think sometimes people get so used to taking that option away from the man. They don't even give him that option. I just want to be able to be like,
your success rate is still 95%, so you ain't got nothing to worry about.
You ain't got nothing to lose. Like, why not just be like, yo?
This remind me of the conversation we was having where it was like, should you accept a drink from a man that you're not interested in, right?
Hell no.
Right.
Hell no.
So if that man is bring you a drink or offering to buy you a drink, you're not interested in him. You telling him off the rip, I'm not interested.
Yes.
Right. So if he's coming to you with the assumption, because he's interested in you, obviously, you should tell him that, this is what I am.
That's like a man walking up to me and we're having a regular conversation.
Okay.
And I just blurt out, oh, but hey, I'm on my period. What the hell did I have to tell you that for? For what? That's none
different.
of your business.
That's different.
Because what am I talking about my anatomy on the first initial meet?
Because when men look at us, the first thing they thinking is sex. They not thinking, but they do.
But you can't.
Yeah, but they do.
And
so he's not thinking when he looks like, there's an extra surprise there. So we need to tell them off top, like, this is what it is, because that's more safe. I think that would be more safe than you talking to somebody for some months, him starting to feel you, like you, and now all of a sudden it's like, wait, hold up, I didn't tell you this. And then his response can be crazy and dangerous for you in the end. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When I first started transitioning, like, I would get niggas' numbers, but then I would tell them, like, once I got their number, like, when I got home for my own safety. Because, like, that's when I was fresh. So I'm like, oh, let me just fucking take the number so they don't get rowdy. Because I've been seeing a lot of shit, like, where the niggas be hurting the trans and stuff. So I would take the number. Then when I get home, that's when I would tell them my team. And they'll be like, oh, okay, it don't matter. I'd be like,
See? I think waiting months is crazy, though. That's what I wanted to say. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like there aren't some cases where some dolls have done, things like that. But going months in is crazy. There should at least, like, if you and this guy, I just feel like once you and this guy exchange numbers, that's the perfect time to have that conversation.
Okay.
That's a perfect time to throw it out. Like, don't wait. Because now he's already, if he asks for your number, he's expressing an interest. Mm-hmm. You just having a simple conversation with me. It may just be a conversation. I don't assume that every man that talks to me wants me. So it's like, why do I have to? I just feel like I don't gotta disclose. They shouldn't have to disclose that, not I.
If a man is
They shouldn't
approaching
have
you,
to disclose that. If you do not
man, why do women feel that men approach women for any other reason than he wants to fuck you? Like, yo, there's no other reason than that. If a man's approach you, he wants to fuck you. It might not be tonight. It might be later down the line. But even good guys that want to take care of you, they want to fuck you. What do you mean it's horrible? That's regular. All right, man. All right,
because I just feel like we're human. We're human. It's human nature. So I'm sorry. Initially, when you see someone, the first, sign of attraction would be physical. Because obviously, I'm not going to talk to you if I don't like how you look physically.
What is physical? What is physical? I want to fuck you. That is physical, bro. What the fuck?
Okay, but see, this is where the gender and stuff, the social construct thing comes back into play. Mm-hmm. Because there are some people that are asexual, sapiosexual. They don't even want to have sex before they get to. All right, so sapiosexuals, they want to get to know you first.
Right.
They want to fuck your mind.
Okay.
They're not interested in what's going on here under there. They don't care about all of that.
Yeah.
They care about who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. Now, someone who is non-binary, or someone like me, for example, I'm queer. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you identify as, and I don't care what you got in between your legs. Right. If you cool and I like you and you make my little thing jump, I'm good. Like,
it's sexual.
But that's still sexual.
But we don't know that until after y'all saying that every person that interacts with you is physically attracted to you. That's not true.
The fact that you find it horrible that's men. You know what I'm saying? By nature, we. If you find a male dog, what he wants to do.
I think this is why I like y'all the least.
I mean,
that's just me.
There's no way that you could walk down the street. You see your body and what you got on right now, and think that a man is not, when he stop you, that he's not thinking sexual. That's just the way that they.
Yeah, outfit.
Every man that stops me does not want to fuck me.
They just didn't tell you.
I'm not that cocky. Every man that stops me does not want to fuck me.
Baby, you are not walking in that outfit and they not wanting to.
Even in social settings where, okay, maybe he didn't approach me and I approached him. Who's to say that? Okay, so for example, I walked into fucking McDonald's.
But you don't think that outfit says, I want to have sex with you?
You think my outfit says I want to have sex with you?
Not with me, but I'm saying that at a person that's walking up in that block, it looked like you want to have sex.
My outfit gives I'm a brat and I have a passion for fashion. Nothing about this says I want to fuck.
You want to stand up so the people in the world can see this outfit?
And turn around towards the camera. Turn it around.
Real bad.
It's a sport, so I'm covered up. I feel like I just have a passion for fashion.
What's covered up?
Check me out. I'm cute.
Those not booty.
I'm covered up.
Those not booty cheeks.
And I have on shorts.
But I guess that's covered up these days.
I think
somebody want to fuck me because I got my booty cheeks out. That's dumb. Like
I think sometimes it's
horny.
No, that's natural.
Wait.
You're horny. Booty clap, sir.
You're horny.
Wait. You say you in the McDonald's and what happened?
I could be in the McDonald's, right? And there's a cashier there.
Right.
He's a male.
Okay.
And I woke up to him, and I just so happened to be at the register for 10 minutes. But it was just a good conversation because maybe I was having a bad day. Mm-hmm. Who's to say that guy want my number? If he wanted my number, he should have said that. But I'm not going to assume that because we had a conversation for that long or we were engaged or something like that he wants me.
That's
I
different.
Have multiple conversations with Uber drivers for like the last 6 years.
We're talking about if somebody stop you.
We're talking about somebody approaching you, and you talking about you going to McDonald's and ordering and then having a count. That's different.
If somebody approaches me, it's I still feel the same exact way.
You shouldn't.
You do not have to tell them a goddamn thing until you both make that conscious decision. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Right, that's how you feel, man.
We can't agree to disagree. That's just how I feel.
I think sometimes we don't give men a lot of grace with these types of conversations because I've spoken to many women and I asked them the same thing. Hey, if you was talking to a man or whatever, and it was a trans man, I guess,
right.
Like, would you still continue talking to that person? And women will flat out be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Unapologetically.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything. It's, okay, that's your preference. But I think sometimes when men say, we prefer to date just biological women, we don't want to date a trans woman, we are often shamed and said we're horrible people or we're transphobic or whatever. So again, even in these spaces, like, right now women are feeling attacked by trans women, whereas guys, we don't feel attacked by trans men. Like, they're not coming into our spaces and saying, yo, we're men or whatever. So we're not having that same issues, but with women, they feel like, why are they having that issues, but the trans men are not, the trans men, right? Women that's trans, I'm sorry, it's confusing. The trans men are not coming into men's spaces and dominating in our spaces or trying to say how much they are, trying to prove to everybody how much they are men. So why do you think there's that dynamic there where there's more trans women, vocal about being in women's spaces where trans men are not really vocal like that or trying to compete in men's spaces like that?
Oh, that question was for me?
It's for anybody. I'm sorry,
everybody.
Because I'd rather not answer that one.
I think it's just another tool to be divisive, to separate our communities, because it's mostly Black trans women doing this to Black women. I don't know what go on in white communities and what they do with each other, but I see it mostly in our community, and I feel like it's a tool that's being used for division, like every other tool that's been put there. I have no problems with trans people. I have a problem with it being pushed in schools. I have a problem with it being pushed on me and me being made to feel like I'm a horrible person because I feel like there's just men and women, right? There's no really in between. There's trans women, but you're not a real woman to me. You're a woman in your own right, a trans woman. And I think that's where I get a lot of flack from, because I see us as two totally different entities. I still love you as a sister and everything, but you're not, I don't consider it real womanhood, because there's things that you would never feel as a trans woman that I feel as a woman outside of a period. It's just biological things that just happen to our body, certain hormones that we have, just ways that my body react when I'm with my man, just the way that I think. It's just so many different things that you will never experience. So to say that I'm a real woman too, I can't buy into that.
Mm-hmm. What other things do women experience that we don't experience besides birth and periods?
When I'm with my husband, the way my vagina gets wet, how he makes my body feel on the inside, because when trans women get the bottom surgery, there's no feeling there, right? So it's not the same thing. The way my hormones, the way how birth control pills make me feel, the way that my feet swell because I got extra hormones in my body, just the way I have mood swings. I'm going through menopause right now. I'm having a hell of a hot flash right now, right? So there's just things that you will never feel to say, I feel like a woman, right? I feel like it's more, you see how people get upset when people do blackface and then we get mad and we like, yo, why do you dress up?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like that with some trans women when they're throwing it in my face as if they're like a caricature. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, haha, I'm a woman too. I can wear my hair like this. I can do it. It's not real. And that bothers me.
When do you feel your most feminine?
When I'm with my man.
Okay.
Period.
I can respect that.
That meal right there.
Make you feel good.
Makes me
Make you feel great.
Makes me feel good, baby.
So
shout out to that brother.
So what are your thoughts about trans women? Because obviously we came. How I see it is we came in a space where we started to see more trans women, and that was how they identified as trans women. Now they're taking the trans off, and it's like, fuck it, I'm just a woman. So I think that's where the evolution is coming from. It's like, okay, we used to be our own category as trans women, and now we're just like, nah, fuck it, we just women because we feel like it. So how do you feel about trans women being in women's spaces and, even in sports and how they're dominating? And, do you feel like they have an advantage, or do you think that's fair, or what's your thoughts on that?
I'm not gonna lie, they do have an advantage because they still got that nigga strength in them. Hormones or not, they still got that nigga strength.
We have these conversations.
No matter how long you've been on hormones, you still have that nigga strength. Like, when she can't open shit, I'll be like, let me use my nigga strength. I don't care. Like,
I'm like, Kim, hold this for me.
Yeah. Okay.
so it's like,
I feel like it should be a separate league.
A separate league? Like the
Definitely.
trans league or something?
I've had this
that?
conversation with her and a few of the other dolls. I feel like it should be a separate league. And why not? I'm going to watch that shit.
Do you ever disagree with like how extreme some trans women are?
Yes.
I think
yes.
I think we need to hear, some of you other trans women or regular women, express when some of them are getting so aggressive, like to even compete with a woman. Like, not saying, I think y'all should just be more vocal and saying and pointing it out.
Like you're doing too much.
So that the women that you guys do care about can hear that you stand with them at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I did not hang, when I first started transitioning, I did not hang with trans. I only started hanging with trans October. It's about to make 1 year. I did not like trans. Like, I always say they so messy. They always are drama. They always want to go against the cis girls. Like, I did not like stuff like that. But then, like, now like, I hang with trans. Like, I go parties with them and all of that. Some trans do be messy sometimes to extreme. Mm-hmm. And I hate the ones that think every nigga want them. Like, I hate that down. Like, not every man you look at want you. Just because you're cute don't mean they want you.
So, do you shoot your shot at men? Do you go?
No, baby, I never walk up to a man.
You never walked up to a man and okay, all right. I was going to ask you, how's that experience? Like, you know what I mean?
Never.
Okay, I got you. So they always have come up to you and then talk. Okay, all right, that's
95%. You heard,
right? That's my girl.
But I was going to say is the reason that the dynamic between trans men and trans women and women, they differ because trans men are not really trying to enter like male spaces, like you not see them trying to go to the A or nothing, or in like they not in the bathroom with the stuff out. So I don't know, you know what I mean? You don't really hear stories like that.
But they are trying to compete. I hear a lot of I don't know if she would consider herself trans.
Oh,
the one from the WNBA that went to like Russia.
No,
because she's always saying that. Yeah, but she's always saying that she could beat basketball players.
She's saying that, but she ain't never tried to go to the league. Like, I mean,
yeah, but she don't identify as a trans. Though. She just
I don't know who identifies with nowadays.
And there's barely trans men in New York. Like, if you go to Atlanta, then you're gonna see a lot of competition. Like,
okay.
We have some, but it's like
it's real.
They gotta be in the shadows with it because y'all get all the shine.
Who get all the shine?
Who get all the shine?
Dolls. Nobody. You don't really hear, and I don't think it's because they don't really force themselves into space, but I do agree with that. That is very true. They don't do that. But I feel as if they're like kind of pushed to the back burner because of like lesbian culture. It's like, oh, you just a dyke. And that's fucked up.
Okay.
And that's fucked up.
Yeah, that
is got fucked up.
That's fucked up.
I always have said that, through the whole course of, trans women being more dominant in society, the biggest supporters of trans women have always been, and to this day, are biological women. Every time I see somebody vouch for trans rights, it is always a biological woman who is agreeing and saying that trans women are women. So I think sometimes women tend to be agreeable. And in this case, I think they have been too agreeable to the detriment, because now they are coming into their spaces and dominating, taking categories away, like Woman of the Year. You know what I mean? And women are really filling
crazy.
up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
crazy.
And then in that video, I don't know if it's that video, but I have seen a trans video where a trans woman said, we could teach women how to be better women than women. Like, that to me is, you know what I'm saying?
Nuts. Like, how?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, it's just...
Like,
we can teach y'all a thing or two.
How? Okay,
I'm gonna admit it. It's some trans girls out here.
Tell me how you can tell me how to be a woman. How?
They better at being a girl than me.
How?
Explain.
Yes,
please,
how?
Please elaborate.
Because,
Give us an example.
all right, one example. This is my only example.
It better not be some masculine, our masculine shit.
No.
Oh, okay. Please. I apologize.
It's the makeup for me.
What?
Stop sucking your teeth. Of course you would suck your teeth. You're a man. It's a woman thing. Like, come on.
So-
Anyways, I'll continue.
So men can teach women how to do makeup. There's not women who really know how to do makeup that can teach other women how to do that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all.
So what are you saying?
There is,
I'm saying that there are things that they can teach us. It can be a teachable moment because me personally, I look at them as my sisters.
Yeah.
So if you know how to do something that I can't, especially some feminine shit like that, oh yeah, girl, come here, what's up? Tell me something I don't know. But
who made them the expert on that, on our
never
thing?
said that.
But you said they could teach us. So in order to
But
teach, you
can.
got to be an expert on it. So who made them the expert on that?
Them, they're self-taught, just like any other woman, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and if you put as much time in it as they
Exactly.
did, you would be just as good.
You are 100% right. But if she's willing to teach, why can I not call her a teacher?
No, she could be a teacher. I'm not
So what's
questioning
wrong with that?
What I'm saying is that that doesn't justify her as a woman.
We never said that. You said she said was
saying
they said
that
they can
teach us
and
things about
that's
how to
one
be
thing
a
that
woman.
we can be taught as a
But that
fucking woman.
doesn't make us a woman to know how to do makeup.
I never said that.
No, but
I said
that's
it's a
what I
teachable
said
moment.
was how can somebody,
he
a
teach you
trans
how to
person,
be a
teach
woman?
us how to be a woman? And wearing makeup is not teaching us how to be a woman.
I don't feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's subjective to how you feel because that's why I asked you earlier, what makes you feel most feminine? You said when you with your man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel most feminine when I'm getting myself together. That's when I mostly feel like a woman. I feel like a woman when I'm with a man, of course. If that man allows me to be a woman, because all men don't allow that. Sometimes you just gotta live in your masculine energy because some men just don't give a fuck.
Told you.
Never.
Told you I was coming up.
Never.
Yes.
I told you.
Never.
Some men just don't give a fuck.
I told you.
Never have I ever.
Some men just don't give a fuck.
That kind of energy.
I know.
Some men
Never
just don't
have
give
I
a
ever.
fuck. I feel like, and I don't like to bring age into it, but you did say I am younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like y'all generation versus our generation, it's way more lustful. So there's no chance for us to connect on an intimate or a romantic level. And because it's so lustful, now I have to always be on guard because I don't want it like that.
So my generation is lustful?
No,
No.
mine.
Oh,
Our
your
generation.
generation
Mine.
is lustful?
Yeah, I feel like your generation is more soft and
Oh no, baby. You know we
Y'all
have
have
freak
more-
Nick, right? We ain't no.
yeah,
No,
I don't know.
mama.
I just feel like y'all had more opportunities to actually fall in love, whereas this is an era where it's cutthroat. It's just like
We
Because
are
you have
whores.
so many different things. It's so many choices, so many flavors of ice
There's no
cream.
opportunity.
So many to choose from.
there's not really any opportunities for that.
So
It is though.
So should men in general just start asking every woman they see if they are trans? Like, how
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes. Ask away.
Don't just
That's-
ask any woman that.
I be
That
seeing-
would
At the-
make someone
at
So we
the-
be at parties
at
and I
the
be seeing
beginning-
girls, I be like, yo, she gotta like
At the beginning of the show, you said that you feel a type of way if somebody came up to you and asked you that.
I never said that. I said, what? Oh my God, run the tape
run the
back.
tape back, like, yo,
Because no, I did not.
Yeah.
I said I've been in situations where I'm in parties
Mhm.
and they have asked me, was I fish? And I was confused because I did not know what that meant in the beginning.
You said that you prefer that now over the
Yeah,
question,
because-
are you a trans woman? That's what you said.
No.
I do sound familiar.
That's what
Yeah,
you said.
I
You said
said-
because you
You
don't
sound
like being
familiar.
put in that box or that, what,
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot
no,
the
I
word you
don't.
used.
No,
so
I
you
don't.
said
I
you
did say
don't like
no,
that
but what
ask,
I'm
you don't like that
saying
question.
is, no, it's not a problem to be asked the question because at the end of the day, like I just said, I be in parties with this girl and I see women and I'm not 100% sure if that's a woman or not, or if that's a doll.
Okay.
They have to tell me they damn self. So I feel like if you don't know, go ahead and ask the question. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But no, I don't want you to assume immediately, oh no, that's just a doll because she ain't with the dolls. I'd rather you ask me. That's what I was referring to.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
she didn't know I
if
was a
somebody
doll
just
at
walk
first.
up and ask you, you would be offended with that, right?
No.
Or no?
I want to be offended.
I feel like it's a
It's
legit
still
question nowadays.
But would you answer truthfully though?
I
But
told you. It depends on how they look.
but
And that's what I don't
That's
agree
scary,
with.
like, you know what I'm
She's
saying? That's
saying
scary.
to
But if her truth is that she's a woman, she wouldn't be giving you the wrong answer. And that's why I think they should.
But her
say,
truth and the truth is two different things.
I feel like it's a certain way to answer it. I identify as a woman, but I identify as a woman. However, I was born this way.
But now the new way it is they are women.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no trans in it now. It's no I transition to that. No, it's I'm a woman. This is no question. And that's the part where people are getting pushback from.
So here's the thing. We're not justifying the fact that people do that. What I'm saying is we're not justifying the fact that
Please.
You definitely
we're not justifying the fact that happens. It's just
Just pick it up.
I'm trying.
Let's get it.
We're not trying to justify the fact that does happen. I do feel like, that's wrong.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just ask the question. Don't ask the question. But there needs to be a point in time where the conversation is had.
So
that's just it.
So how do y'all feel about these other trans identities, like transracial or trans age and trans animal? Like trans age is people
I don't
who
pay none of that no mind.
They
That's too much.
feel like they are a certain
that's
age.
how I
They
feel about
identify as a certain age.
That's how I feel about it. Like this whole, our whole conversation. Yes, it's a conversation that needs to be had.
Mhm.
But I feel like for women,
Transable is another one.
please.
People who feel like they are a disability.
Oh,
There
yeah,
have
I
been
did see that
people
one.
that
Oh,
hurt
yeah.
themselves and mutilated
Yeah.
themselves
Because
because
they
one woman
feel
felt
like
like she was blind.
Mhm.
Yeah, I seen that.
Did
I
you
seen
see
that?
that?
I seen
How you
that,
gonna
yeah.
feel like you blinded?
But she blinded
But
herself.
she blinded herself afterwards.
She blinded
What?
herself because
So-
she felt like she should have been blind.
So if I identify as transable, I could get one of them parking passes.
Yo.
Okay.
I mean, you'll find
This
out
is
and
what
let us
we
know.
can
Like, you know what I'm
look
saying?
up and
Find out, let us know. You know what I mean?
I would never do that.
But,
Come on, man.
You see how y'all reaction was like trans, like, that's how some people's reaction are to trans, people. Like, you know what I mean? So do you think that it gets to a point where you feel like, all right, this is just getting out of hand? Like,
I feel like it's out of hand when they are, or dolls are, literally doing what we were talking about earlier. I try not to, like what she just said, nonsense. I have a zero tolerance for nonsense. So if it's stupid, I'm scrolling. I'm not going to give it any time of day. So I feel like when everybody has opposed opinions, that's okay to have these conversations because now I know how she feels. Now I know how you guys feel. Now you guys know how I feel.
Mhm.
But I'm losing my train of thought, by the way. Give me the question again.
I forgot the question.
I'm losing my whole train of thought.
with these conversations, everybody can have an opinion. Like,
Yes.
none of us was
But it's all about
disrespectful
your
here. Like, you know what I
delivery, like I
mean?
said
But
at the
it's just
beginning.
about having these conversations and getting more information.
Oh, that's what I was trying to say. But if it's fucking nonsense
Mm.
and it's something that you truly don't care about, don't freaking comment on it. Just leave it alone. I feel like the unnecessary comments of, I don't want to be called that, or you're not a woman. If you feel like that, just leave it alone because then you are opening that gate for people to call you things.
Yeah, but
But shouldn't we be able to say how we feel?
I'm not saying that you can't, and that's why I went back to it's all about your delivery.
Mhm.
So, for example, okay, there are women that identify as a woman, but biologically they aren't one. That confuses me. However, if that's something that she chooses to go with, I'm gonna allow her to, and I'm gonna continue to live my life over here the way I choose to live mine. That's just how I see it.
I think it's when women really didn't care one way or another because, as he said, women were advocating, for trans women and all of that stuff. I think it is when the table started turning and trans women started getting 95% rates with men and stuff like that, right? That it's like, yeah, your men want us now. So it became a competition.
But those aren't your men. They're bisexual. And then we have straight men for us.
And that's fine. But don't tell me that my men want you because now you're triggering me. You're poking me for me to say something. You know what I mean? Because now you're creating this energy that I got to speak up. Like, hold up. What are you talking about? Like, I wasn't even thinking about you. But now I am because you pulling me into it. And I think that's the problem. It's like we live and let live.
You want women to ignore all the poking and stuff. Like, you like, oh, well, just go past it. But you're not looking at the person that's initiating the argument.
Yeah.
Is what she's saying.
I choose to ignore the poker because the poker is hurt.
That doesn't give
Yeah,
a
that's
girl.
not a valid excuse, bro.
The poker is hurt.
And I'm hurt with
I'm
them
supposed
saying
to.
it.
I'm supposed to go back and forth with you because you're upset about what exactly? Explain that. What really would they have to be upset
That's
about?
just like
But-
a white person walking past saying, "Yeah, had you niggas." Nah. I'm not. You don't think I'm gonna slap the shit out of him?
That's on you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, he gonna get slapped the shit out of the butt. If we can't ignore the problem, cause you gotta go to the root of the problem. The root of the problem is the poker.
So what are we supposed to do now?
Have these conversations, hold people
And then when the
accountable.
conversation don't work, then what?
Keep having
We
it.
slap the shit out of them?
I think I think why it has been getting so, some trans women have been gotten so comfortable, and I probably said that wrong, because the cisgendered women or the biological women have been quiet so long. They haven't been saying anything, so now they feel comfortable to say things like, what she was talking about because they have been silent. So I think that's what the frustration. Like she said, nobody was really saying anything until they was getting poked. So now
I just truly feel like majority of them truly aren't that negative. There are a handful of them that are negative and disgusting like that, but
yeah, but that's your perception. At the end of the day.
They are not that.
But
disgusting.
that's the one that's being put on social media that I'm looking at.
You
on
know
my
why?
TikTok
Because
that's putting
America loves negativity. They live for that
This
shit.
is
They
why I
eat
said I
that
feel
shit
it's
up.
divisive in our community.
Negative things only go viral. You don't see positive shit going viral.
I
Only
get
negative
banned
things
all
go
the
viral.
time. I get banned all the time on TikTok, and I'm positive about black men, and they kick me off every other day.
That's crazy.
Because you're doing God's work. And they don't like that.
They don't.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
shit like. Listen, Wolf, how much time we got? All right, so we spent a lot of time, which was well needed on this.
Can I just ask her one question?
Sure.
What does queer mean?
Oh, so I explained earlier. Okay, so queer, I would like to say that it's on the same spectrum as pansexuality or sapiosexuality, because me personally, I like to get to know you first. Yes, I will be attracted to your physical, but I definitely won't know if I want to have sex with you. I don't care what the hell you look like. I won't be attracted to your parts if you're stupid up here. Like, I just can't do it. And as far as the person goes, I don't care whether you're straight, bi, queer, non-binary. We good. I don't care whether you have a vagina, a penis. Maybe you got both. We gonna find out. But as long as you cool,
Okay.
I like you.
So queer is you just accepting of
I'm very
The whole
accepting.
anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
find out you one of them 95%.
I am.
Oh,
Percentage is high. What's
Nigga,
going
she
on?
just said she done everything, nigga.
Listen,
I am.
let me get to this next topic.
She on her Oprah shit. You can get it. You can get it.